increment decrement operators in Java. What are increment decrement operators? They are special operator that changes the value of a variable by 1. Now, there is one operator called increment operator which has a symbol of plus plus, that means 2 plus side by side, and one operator called decrement operator that has 2 minus sign side by side. There is no space in between. Now, increment operator when applied on a variable, that variable's previous value gets overwritten by the next value. That means if I have 6 in D, then after I write plus plus D, the value of D will become 7. Now, there is something called postfix and prefix of the increment operator. In case of postfix, the variable's value is first used and then changed. And in case of prefix, the variable's value is first changed, then used. Now, this will be demonstrated when examples are shown. Okay. And in case of decrement operator, the variable's value gets reduced by 1. Reduction like if the value of D is 6, then minus minus D will make the value of D as 5. And if the value of P is 3, then P minus minus will make the value of P as 2. The difference between pre and post positioning is either the variable's value will be first changed and then used, or it will be first used and then it will be changed. Okay, now coming up are some examples. Like here it says how they are happening. So let us look at the first example. If the value of A is 5 and if I write B is equal to A plus plus, obviously A is an integer and B is an integer. Then what will happen is the value of A will first go inside B, and then by the time it reaches the end, the value of A will end up becoming 6. So A is equal to 5, B equal to A plus plus, means A with 5 goes in B, so B gets 5 and A ends up in one more than what it was, which is 6. Okay, if you require, you pause the video, look at it all over again. Probably will understand a little bit. Then comes as example number 2. Suppose P's value is 7. Then if I apply plus plus P on Q, so if I write Q is equal to plus plus P, then the value of Q will get the increased value of P. That means Q becomes 8 and P ends up becoming 8. That means first change and then use. If you need to pause the video, please pause the video, look at it once more, and then come back. Then comes the third example, which is A is equal to 5. In this case, we have applied post decrement. Post decrement means if I write B is equal to A minus minus, that means first the current value of A will go to B, which is 5, and then by the time it is traveling over the minus minus sign, the value of A will get reduced by 1, which will make the value of A become 4. And one more example. Suppose P is equal to 7 and suppose I apply minus minus P into Q. Suppose I write Q is equal to minus minus P. In that case, will Q get the current value or the reduced value? Think. It will get the reduced value because it is traveling over the minus minus sign before it is reaching P. So Q gets the changed value of P. Now coming up are some examples shown through Blue J. Wait for the next example video. Okay.